Commonly, managers pick written or verbal feedback based on habit, not on what actually works. And the real question isn't which is better, it's which fits this moment. So here's the direct answer. Neither format is universally better. Effectiveness is determined by context. According to Harvard Business Review, choosing a feedback method based on personal comfort rather than the situation, audience, and goals leads to ineffective communication. Feedback doesn't fail because of what you said, it fails because the format didn't fit the moment. Get that match right, and feedback usually changes behavior. But get it wrong, and either it doesn't land, gets ignored, or damages the relationship. So, use verbal feedback when immediacy matters. If someone just made a mistake in a client meeting, a quick word afterwards lands far better than an email they'll read hours later with no tone to guide them. Verbal is also the right call when the conversation needs to go both ways. If you want to understand why something happened before you judge it, you need dialogue, not a document. And when the situation is sensitive, a written message can feel disproportionately formal. Receiving critical feedback as a written record with no voice and no warmth can feel more like a warning than a conversation. But the one limit to watch is that verbal feedback can be misremembered or interpreted differently by each party. If the conversation does matter, follow it up with a brief written summary. Use written feedback when the guidance is complex. If you are reviewing a detailed proposal or a multi-stage project, the recipient needs something they can return to, reread, and act on systematically. Verbal feedback on complex work is too easy to misremember. Written feedback is also the right call when consistency matters. If the same feedback needs to reach several people, a written format ensures everyone gets the same message, not a version filtered through whoever happened to be in the room. And of course, when formality or a record is required, such as a performance review or a documented concern, written is not optional. There is a limit here though. Written feedback can feel impersonal, particularly for sensitive topics. Research for T&F Online found that people frequently misunderstand feedback when there's no dialogue to clarify intent. If the topic is emotionally charged, written alone is rarely enough. So here's a simple framework to apply every time. Ask yourself one question. Which format serves the recipient? Not which one is easier for you. Verbal when tone, immediacy, or two-way communication matters. Written when complexity, consistency, or a record is required. And when in doubt, use both. Have the conversation, then confirm it in writing. That combination closes the gaps that each format leaves open on its own. If that was of value, subscribe to the channel for one real business question answered every video. For the same clarity in writing, the website and newsletter is 5minutebusiness.com.